Welcome. AI is currently a huge hype, and we thought it would be good to come up with a little small video series to discuss all the different aspects of AI, what does it entail, and especially what are those large language models and generative AI about. I'm super excited to have a guest joining me today, Professor Dr. Gerhard Heyer. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we're really looking forward to an exciting Q&A session about AI and really what's about the hype and what are actually the challenges and the risk from a business point of view and from a technical point of view as well. Professor Heyer, everyone is excited about AI at the moment, more specifically about generative AI, large language models. There are big players out there, backed by even bigger players like OpenAI and ChatGPT or Bard. What are those large language models actually?
Large language models basically are language models. And these models have been trained on very large amounts of textual data. But it's not only the data, it's also the neural architecture behind. They have been trained with a special kind of artificial neural network, namely the transformer model. This kind of network allows to process large amounts of data with millions of parameters in a parallelized fashion, which then reduces the amount of processing time needed.
And where in the bigger picture of AI do these types of neural networks fit in?
The transformer models have been proposed about 4 years ago in 2019. We can distinguish between decoder, so-called decoder-based applications, which is called the generative AI, which is basically applications like ChatGPT, but we can also have applications which are called encoder-based AI, which is basically applications for text analytic tasks like classification, recognition of named entities, recognition of actor networks and others. And the interesting point about these new transformer models is that they are not only focused on text, but they can also be applied to other kinds of data, images, videos, etc., even movements. So you can have lots of new applications in AI, for example, image to text or text to image, or even programming robots, text to movement, etc., etc. And I think the general hype stems from the fact that these new methods, because they are scalable, they allow to process large amounts of data in realistic time span. These new methods really are, in a sense, disruptive. They are a game changer in AI.
This is really exciting right now. Just before we dive deeper into generative AI and transformer models, just to put it into context, what are the sort of other essential capabilities from within AI, and where do those transformer models fit into the larger picture?
They basically help to compute these data in a realistic amount of processing time with lots of parameters. You have to distinguish between supervised learning, which is all what this new kind of AI does, and the unsupervised learning, which is sort of you just try to extract patterns in certain data. But with these supervised methods, you train a model to recognize certain patterns that you as a human predefine, and then you can do lots of applications. For example, in predictive maintenance, if you just have time series data of machines, or predicting crime, for example, which is one of the hotly discussed application. You can also use it for planning tasks and other things. But the interesting thing about ChatGPT is that it's based on pre-trained language models, large amounts of data, and it has a very simple to use, very natural user interface.
Yeah, I think that's one of the great changes actually, which is probably also a reason why this new development in AI is considered so special, so groundbreaking. So, I mean, hypes in general are really great to drive innovation, and especially also from a business point of view, market adoption, probably ultimately also paving the way for longer transformation. Thank you for these initial insights. Let's talk about use cases in a bit more detail in the next section.